1, 1, 2. Check me out right here, yo.
What's going on? Mike Jackson here with another episode of Fighters Talk. Here at the Legacy 37 weigh-ins and joined by the Tiny Tornado, Tecia Torres. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Invicta veteran, you're on the current cast or the current cast member on this season of The Ultimate Fighter, and we know that it's actually still they're still showing the episodes. It's not completed, but last night we saw you come back and get a great decision win. How was the experience on the show with all the other females on it?
The experience overall on the show was just life-changing. I mean, from 1 minute I was at Invicta thinking that was the best that could happen for us, and then the UFC added the 115-pound weight division and just totally, like, I guess, changed our lives in some sort. And I got to be in front of national TV. Now you guys are seeing it play out, and I got my second opportunity, and I got the win.
Now, was it something when they announced that the UFC was going to acquire the 115ers, was it something that was a surprise, or were y'all kind of had an idea that it was coming along?
I had the idea it was going to come along, but it was a surprise that it happened so soon. I mean, in December of last year, I fought Felice, I beat her, and then about 3 days later, I got the call from Dana saying, you know, welcome to the UFC. So it came a lot quicker than I thought.
Now, did you ever feel that the UFC was going to have a 150-pound women's division?
Oh, for sure. I knew that since the 35 got in, that 15 would probably be the one to get in next, just because of the level of talent, and that was a rumor going around. Now,
typically on Ultimate Fighter, you have men. Now, we know the men in MMA, there's a vast amount of men from all over the world that compete, but for the women in 115 pounds, there's not a lot of you all. And when you showed up in the house, a lot of you all have fought before. Now, did that play a role in it? Because some of y'all, there were some rivalries going into that with some of the females. Did that affect the experience at all?
Yeah, it affected in that there was much more drama than I originally expected. I knew that there'd be some cattiness because it's 16 women in a house for 6 weeks locked up, but there were so many like rematches that were already slated off the board, you know, when we got in the house, just with the way they lined us up. And then there was rivalries, like people who didn't like each other, that probably played a role into who they picked for the cast, as well as talent. But for myself, you know, I defeated 2 of the other girls, but I didn't have a rivalry with them, so it didn't affect me in that.
Going into it, we know at the end of the season that all the females are going to fight on the finale except one. I can't remember her name, but she had like an injury or something like that. She's not going to be able to compete. Are you excited about, you know, having that opportunity to still be able to make it to UFC? You know, we obviously can't let know the outcome, but knowing that you are fighting and getting that opportunity, how do you feel about that?
Excited. I mean, everybody that is in the division or on the cast are a part of the UFC. We are essentially the strawweights of the UFC, along with like 4 others that have already fought in the UFC in this division. But it's going to be awesome to fight with my camp, to have my own teammates behind me and my family. They are actually watching, pushing me, as opposed to in this house with people that I just met and I've never heard before trying to corner me.
Oh, nice. Now on the show, you obviously have, you know, the coaches Melendez and Pettis, but now for the finale, you get to go back home. You have your family surrounding you. You have your coaches, your teammates, people that you're accustomed to being around. How much does that affect the training and atmosphere?
Oh, it's so different. There, like, truly it is like the mentally strong survives. It's really hard if you're, you know, relying on your team and stuff a lot. And I'm a fighter who I like to be around my family and stuff like that. So it's hard, especially that first fight, getting in there. I mean, I was there for 3 days and I was put in the ring and ready to fight since I was the first fight. So this second fight, you know, I was a little bit more comfortable, but in the same retrospect, I switched teams. I had about 5 days to get ready with that new team, so it was kind of in the same situation. But just Pettis, his team seemed to fit me more, and especially because I'm a striker, he's a striker, and I was able to get that W.
Now in the house, when you did switch sides, you know, obviously for editing purposes, they can't show everything that happened, but how big of a change was it going from switching teams?
The biggest change would just be the girls. Like, you know, half of them were upset with me. On one team, they thought I'd tell the secrets to the other team, they thought I knew that I was changing teams and I didn't. And then the other team where half of them didn't want to train with me because I could be their potential opponent, or they just, you know, didn't like me.
Well, we're definitely looking forward to seeing the rest of the show. Can't wait to see you in the finale. So good luck with that fight going on.